Okay, hey guys, we are back, and as you see we're in Unity as per usual, and same project and everything, but as you can tell from the video title, this is going to be a bit of a different part. This is point 5 of part 6, and in this part we're just going to be making our shots look a little bit better, just giving you guys like the know-how and the options to be able to make the shots that you want to make. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to the hierarchy, and then we're going to hit create, 3D object and quad. Now if you remember with our background, we had to first reset the transformation values just by cog reset, and then transform it along the X rotation by 90 degrees. So we've got a quad right there. Now the next thing that we want to do is create a new material. As you can see, I ran through this just before just to make sure everything was working properly. But we're going to create a new material from scratch. So to do this, we're going to go to the project tab, and just under it we're going to go to create material. I sort of double clicked there, but create material, and we're going to call this rename this, and we're going to rename this pretty shots, and that's going to be our new material. Now the next thing that we want to do is to assign a texture to our new material. So to do this, we're going to import an asset, and I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to go over to the assets tab over here, and then we're going to go to import new asset, and this is going to open up your folders. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this PNG that I made earlier, and I'm going to import that. Now what I want to do is go over to our material, and we're going to click on this thing that says albedo here, and then we're going to press enter, and this is going to open up this menu. So I've got 2 of that image, so you know what, let me just delete this one because I think I've yeah. So earlier I created a textures folder, and I've already got the image there, but just so you guys know how to import assets from your folders. Now albedo, enter, and then we're going to select this image and then hit enter again. Now what we want to do to assign this material to our quad is we're going to drag this over to here. Now as you can see, the material is actually really dark. Our quad isn't looking too fantastic right now, so we're going to change some things. So we're going to click on this quad and quickly rename it to better shot, and then we're going to click on it and go to its inspector, and here we have our material pretty shots. Now we're going to go to shader, and we're going to go to mobile, particles and additive. Now what this is going to do is something really interesting, so just keep your eye on that quad in the game view. Now what that's done is that's deleted, well, got rid of the black background for our image and given us a nice popping bright image, which is really what we want from this object, because it is a shot. Now what we're going to do is we're going to remove this mesh collider that they've got, that they set us up with, because we don't need that right now. We're going to make our own collider, just like we did with just how we manipulated our other collider for our other shots. So we're going to go to the cog, remove component, and then we're going to go to add component, physics, and then we're going to go to capsule collider. Now this is fine, we can work with it along the y-axis. So what we're going to do is we're going to reduce that radius. I figured that 0.15 is pretty good, because there are some things that I haven't quite done yet. So what I want to do is just reduce the size of my my shot here. So I'm just going to take these values down to 0.7, 0.7. Don't have to worry about the z-axis because yeah, this is a flat object pretty much. And then we're going to go back to the capsule collider, so let's go into the scene view so we can see what we're doing. So I figured 1.5 is pretty good for like the wideness. It lets like the tips of the flame just about miss our thing, but it also allows us to have it's basically like a fair distance for our shots. And then from nose to tail we can just adjust that. Now if you don't want to actually mess with the numbers, you can click here and then you can drag along. I'm not going to do that because I just finished doing that, but actually let me just demo that for a second. So just click here and just drag along if you just want to adjust, and then you can clean it up by putting 0.9 or something, which is what I'm doing here. Now after we've there we go. Oh, by the way, if your nodes change, this is something that I found out earlier. If your nodes change randomly, what you want to, like here, I've just hit E. What you want to do is just press W, and then you're going to get your normal nodes. Now the next thing that we want to do is to go to our prefabs folder and put in our shots. These overlap with what we're actually doing already. So let's go to the game view. And then we're going to open this, and don't worry, because we've got the prefab here, this won't actually be affected. It won't be affected. This is like endless or something. But what we're going to do is going to just delete all of these. So we're just going to delete all of these from their parent, and we're going to make shots a parent for better shots. And then if I take this component down here, you can see something really interesting. Okay, so now if I drag that into here, it just acts like our other bullets, which is really what we wanted. Just to clean things up, again, we can duplicate and change the position of our things. So minus 0.4, and then duplicate this, set this to 0.4, drag them back a little bit. Yeah, so if we just take these back by minus 0.2 on the z-axis, we'll see that our bullets come back a little bit, which is, like if you want that kind of effect. And let's just take a look at something in the scene view. Yep, everything's in order. All our colliders are there. Now what we want to do for our colliders is just click each individual thing. You should have probably done this before you duplicated, but I wasn't thinking about this. And just set these to is trigger, so that we don't have any complications later. And I don't know, like the last thing I want to do is just adjust the size of these, make them maybe slightly smaller than the main shot. And then once we've got that sorted, we can drag this down here. Automatically calls it shots 2, delete that from the view, press start, and then we've got our shots working as we want them to. Yeah, so that's just been that's been a 0.5 tutorial just to make things prettier. I did say that I would mess around with some things just to show you guys how to make your game a little bit more presentable as we go through this project. But I hope you've enjoyed. If you like that, leave your support in any way you can. That'd be great. And if you want to subscribe, we got more videos coming out, and I actually do promise now, because like I've just had a busy week, but I'm gonna have a bunch of good videos coming out, and I will see you guys later.